Robert and Elizabeth. Pull up a chair, y'all, don't you miss it. Down in the South where the stories fly, they're serving hot takes and apple pie. Robert's got that Hank Hill sound, straight shooter with his feet on the ground. Elizabeth's teaching life like a pro, with a heart full of truth and a mind that knows. They're gonna talk about God, gonna talk about the news, with a Bible in hand and a patriot view. Laugh a little, learn a lot, it's a Southern fried vibe. So grab your sweet tea, y'all enjoy the ride. It's noontime with Robert and Elizabeth. Southern fried protest, you don't want to miss it. From the classroom to the front porch swing, they break it down on every little thing. Faith and freedom, school and state, spoken with love, never with hate. Robert's voice like propane and peace. Elizabeth keeps the lessons in reach. It's real talk with a gospel twist, a podcast blessing you can't resist. They're gonna talk about God, gonna talk about the news, with a Bible in hand and a patriotic view. Laugh a little, learn a lot, it's a Southern fried vibe. So grab your sweet tea, y'all enjoy the ride. It's noontime with Robert and Elizabeth. Southern fried protest, you don't want to miss it.
Hi there, everybody. It's Southern Fried Podcast Land. Your Rumble isn't loading, chickbait. Yeah, well, we're having some issues with Rumble right now. David's getting it fixed, so just tune in there on YouTube. We don't like YouTube, but apparently every once in a while they just pop us out of there. So Miss Elizabeth is working today, and so y'all are just stuck with me. So let us start the show off with a quick national anthem, and we will get into stuff here right after that. So if y'all uncover with me, and we'll play it. All right. Well, real quick, let's hit, because I got some stuff I want to talk about today, but real quick, let's hit the weather down here in Southwest Georgia and Northwest Georgia. Looks like today we're headed for a high of 87 and a low of 52. Tomorrow down here we're looking at 88 and 57. So we're on a little bit of a warming trend. And Friday, we're getting into 85 and 55. Looks like our first chance of rain is going to be Sunday. All right, let me change over here to Cohutta, Georgia, which is where Miss Elizabeth will be from, up there in northwest Georgia. Right now it's 71, feels like 78. Yeah, humidity. Let me pull up the daily here. Y'all headed for high today of 81. Your low was 57. Tomorrow is 80 and your low is 49. So it's going to be about the same. Friday 80 and 60. So it'll be a little bit warmer in the evening. Y'all also have rain in the forecast for Sunday. So we got some range coming, but it's going to be next week or next Sunday, which would be next week. Couple of things on the news. There was a tsunami in Alaska. That's flooding. One dead, one missing. We want to put our hearts and prayers out for them. That is horrible. It can happen anywhere, but that is not something that we're here. I hope. Prayer to you guys. We had a story this morning, and I covered it this morning. I want to touch on it real quick. Oh yeah, cats have to eat. I want to talk about it for just a minute. Readdress it, so to speak. Our two major teachers unions in this country sent out curriculum, and in that curriculum was saying they sent out a map of which they took Israel off and replaced it all with Palestine. They went through and said Hitler was actually trying to help the Jewish people. And they also included links to Hitler websites where they put him out to be like a hero. And this is complete and total anti-Semitism. Why? And we wonder what's wrong with our kids today. And we got people shoveling this garbage down their throats. That was a horrible time of history. They said like 13 million people were killed. They didn't even acknowledge how many Jews or if they were Jewish or what. It's absolutely horrible. But there again, why so many kids promote a leftist ideology? That was, I don't know where they got their source from. This came from the top two teachers unions. No, I'm not kidding you. That was the actual news story. It actually came from Fox, but yeah, it was actual news. It happened, and it's horrible. They just go back and rewrite history to where they can slam somebody and ideologies that they want to push when it has no business there. None. This isn't about ideology. This was a horrible event that happened, and how dare them change it and twist it to an ideology? Yeah, look it up, please do. And I understand that most liberals think that Fox is suspect, but they're a lot less suspect than CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC. I mean, we can go down the list that all push a leftist agenda. So, yeah, they did it, whether they can or not. But yeah. Yeah, you're all right. They are the number one news channel in America. They do try to do both sides. But yeah, that is a real story. It is a real habit. Okay. Sometimes I have to just keep right on trucking. Chick bait. I'm not even going to comment on that because it's not worthy of a comment, in my opinion. They do a better job in this country. Hey, Zeno, how are you doing today? Uh, the other news story that we have to cover, and that was the pushing the pro Hitler stuff out there is just crazy. And I think that's all the news that I wanted to cover on, other than the fact that a lot of stuff going on that everybody needs to wake up and pay attention to. We got a socialist running for mayor in New York City. He's already been caught with thousands of illegal fundage, which is not cool. They found some donations to some of the key governor races that aren't right. Texas removed 7 National Guard troops from Illinois, and so apparently they didn't do Chick-bait said, not my point. They just reached the most people. That story was from Indigenous People Day. It was a misconstrued story. Sorry, don't cancel culture me this. Sorry, I'm a researcher. Okay. Indigenous People Day? No. You need to research a little bit further and find out who actually belongs there. Okay. Palestine is an upstart country, or it's not even a country. This land was given back to the Jews after World War II. It was returned to the Jewish people. You got to look even further than where you're going. Chick-bait. It was the 2 largest unions in the country. 2 largest teachers' unions in the country. They removed the story. One of them did after the fact. After the fact. But the information was already distributed. Keep researching. That is a lie. Both unions did not condemn it. That is wrong. You need to keep looking. I know you want to contradict and make your point, but these 2 groups, these 2 organizations are horrible. That is wrong. They did do it. And why do you think that the leading news channel in the country reported on it? Because they did it. Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously not, because they went to it. You don't have to shut up. You can keep going. Hey, Jake, how are you doing? It's our noontime show is only about 30 minutes long, and I got something else that I really want to cover that I'm trying to get to. It's 30 minutes or less usually. Whatever. You're right. This absolutely didn't happen. It was total BS. I'm lying to everybody out there. Thank you for pointing that out. No, Chick-bait. It happened. She's actually working today, Jake. But the information that other information that I would like to cover, if I can get in there and do it, we've got a new show starting up in November. It's going to be myself, Miss Elizabeth, Joe and Donna from Love Endures Ministries. They're Christian counselors. No, you're not. They're Christian counselors. They've been on the show before. But if you have issues that you would like to work through, you'll be able to send them to our email, which is southernfriedpodcast at yahoo.com. You'll be able to send your questions in there. we will be able to address them. Well, hopefully my voice is still okay. There we go. But yeah, email them in or come on during the show and we'll try to address them live. It'll work better if you email them to southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. And that gives Joe and Donna and myself, Elizabeth, a chance to look at beforehand. And we will try to cover them all. Now, we're going to do this show live on Monday mornings at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can send your questions in. We are going to rebroadcast this show a couple more times throughout the week. So if you miss when we have it on the show, it'll give you a couple more chances to go back and look at it. That is some fish that my dad actually caught. And when he passed, I kind of just hung on to them. I couldn't bear to get rid of them. Two big old crappie. But that has absolutely nothing to do with my topic here. But anyway, y'all tune in to our show. If you would, please send in your questions, emails, concerns. It's going to be approached from a common sense, teachers, mamas, and biblical aspect. So, yeah, that's going to be, I think it's going to be an awesome show. If we don't have too many questions, we're going to cover some topics as well. No, Jay, it's not. Chick Bait's been coming on the show for a while now. But we're also going to cover some topics like, people not wanting to go, to a relative's house for the holidays because of different political ideologies. Since when do political ideologies define? I mean, come on. But that we're going to talk about, what's taught to our children in the schools. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. Some of it that people don't want to talk about and they just absolutely avoid it. Well, we're going to meet it head on. But your questions will come first, concerns, and we will deal with that first. And we're going to give it a couple of weeks here before we start, so we have a chance to build up a few questions, hopefully, and then we can address it out from there. But if we get caught up on questions, we got some topics that we want to talk about, and I think it'll be interesting and fun. I will be asking people, if you come into the show, no cursing. We don't. We're going to try to steer away from that in this show a lot as far as we can, and we're going to be staying on topic as much as possible till we get the questions answered. If you have something that you want to bring up in the topics, please feel free. I will go back through them before I cancel the show, and I'll write them down and who they're for. And you can also send us an email at southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. Okay. So that's all right. Now, Chick Bait, go. Jake, go. I'm done with what I need to get done today. Is the topic lunch? I'm making fries on a diet. What are fries on a diet? Let's see. If you're on a diet, then you're chopping up carrots and deep frying them. You can't make fries on a diet in the oven. Why don't you get an air fryer? It's a lot easier. Jake, this is not a troll. This is not a troll. Chick Bait's been on the show for a long time. She's welcome to speak her mind and her brain anytime she wants to, just like everybody else is. They're from Costco. I got a French fry maker. I just drop the tater in there and go pull the handle down. It spits me out French fries. I like it. I was told air fryers are just a convection oven. They kind of are, but and they cook real quick, and there's no oil and grease involved. You know, with French fries, you might want to spray a little Pam or something on. But yeah, just go for it. You know. What else did Jake say? By the way, this Sunday, me and Dave are supposed to go through wrestling unless he forgets to send me a link. You know, Dave's got a lot of stuff going on. Him and I both right now have a bunch of stuff going on in the real life. And so if he doesn't make it, don't get your feelings hurt, Jake. Don't write him too much because, you know, he and I both have a bunch of issues going on right now. And we're trying to make everything work and make everything click. And it's just a lot of stuff going on. So don't. This is Jake Hudson. Jake has wrote us some songs. He's put pictures up of myself and Elizabeth as puppets. He sends us some pictures. Jake's a good friend of the podcast too. He likes being on here, and we do enjoy having Jake on here. I got to put this one up. That's my big fat one-eyed cat that fell asleep in the cat tree the other day. Want to get a chance to put that up again before I take it down, because I'll just take that picture off. Yes, you did. And yes, that is a lava lamp. And that's my lava lamp. You are absolutely correct. I used to have two of them, and I broke one of them, unfortunately. Let's see if I can do this. And real quick, like, get this up there. This is the, yes, you are observant. This is some of the pictures Jay sent us as myself and Miss Elizabeth. So he changed us to puppets. I don't know why I got to be written with an orange nose, but yeah. Thank you, Jake. You're going to eat your liberal lunch drenched in liberal tears. What are liberal tears? I didn't know they were ketchup. I knew they were red, but I didn't know they were ketchup. Or you dunk them in mayonnaise. I don't know. You're up north. You might dunk them in horseradish sauce or something. Something weird. No, horseradish was liberal tears, but we could call it that. Call it whatever you want to. Tasty. You eat them plain. No salt, no nothing. My goodness. I do like horseradish too. There is a time and place for everything. But let me tell you something that you really need to try, there, Chick Bait. You really need to try a sardine smoothie. Sorry, it's lunchtime. I probably shouldn't be talking about sardine smoothies. And for those people out there who are trying to eat right now, sorry. Salt, yes, but I don't eat that on fries. Well, if you're eating them with salt, you're not eating them plain. You got salt on them. Probably even using seasoned salt. What'd you do? Throw a French fry at them? I said, I'm not eating all these without ketchup. All right, guys. Well, we try to keep this show under 30 minutes, just plain salt. Gotcha. So if y'all would, we're gonna we play the national anthem and pray in every lunchtime show. So we always wind up with prayer. So let me hit us a quick prayer here, and we'll let y'all get back to your lunch. We thank you for tuning in. So if you would bow your heads with me, let's say a quick prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the many blessings that you pile upon us, many of them that we don't even realize that you have piled on us. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for our farmers, our teachers, our police officers, our firemen, our military, serving both foreign and at home. We thank you for the missionaries here at home and those abroad. We ask you to keep them and our military members safe. They're entering some very rough areas. For the floods up in Alaska from the tsunami, the loss of life there, peace be with the family. There's still one missing. Please let them be found safe. We ask you to keep your hand on this country and help us get the word out to the people of this country to keep their eyes on you, Lord. And let's focus on you and your word and let you lead us in the direction that you would have us to go. We ask you a special blessing on our farmers right now. Most of them are trying to bring in their crops. I know it's a hard time on them. It's a lot of work involved. Keep them safe and bless them with a bountiful harvest. We ask you for all and thank you for all in Jesus' precious name. Amen. All right. I'm going to do my best, Chick Bait. And yeah, well, that's for everybody. Thank you, Chick Bait. Hey, y'all have a great and wonderful day. Get through it safely. I mean, a lot of these guys down here, y'all are out there picking right now. I know you're going through a rough time. Keep focused on what you're doing. Don't get hurt and get it in safe. And thank y'all for tuning in. Big old salute. God bless you. And we will see y'all Dave's got a show tonight, and we'll all be back on Friday morning. And Dave will be here tomorrow morning as well. So have a good night. Well, we do all have a show tonight. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. We all going to be back tonight. So God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see y'all tonight. Have a good afternoon, guys.